Okay, so it has been one hell of a journey. I'm not gonna lie. Today, just as of a few hours ago, I got a huge boost of um. Let me tell you something. To any of you that are going through shit, the struggle is real. Okay, and yes, we fight ourselves, and we only make it as difficult um, as we make it, literally. Uh, I'm at the point now, I'm kind of looking at it like, I don't want to say a video game, but I'm looking at it like it doesn't matter. I have money, I don't have money. I have a place to live, I don't have a place to live. Whatever. I've got to the comfortable state of being that it doesn't matter what comes my way. And if, let's say, the theory that this is all like a dream state and we're all co-creating to begin with our reality, then if that's the case, I don't know if you've ever had vivid dreams. I hope you would have at least experienced it once in your life. But when you're having dreams in your own life, that sleep and wake point, was it theta, beta, alpha, brainwaves, whatever state of consciousness that is. When you're in between, you're having that dream state in like the 5D. I personally have had a dream where I don't really force whatever in my dream to happen. I just kind of go along with it. But there's other people that have said that they don't like something or whatever, and they actually can change whatever they want in their dream. Like literally, oh, I don't like this, but I like this. What was somebody said to me? There was a white horse in my dream, but I didn't want a white horse, so I decided that I was going to change it to a black horse. And then he changed it to a black horse in his dream because it's his fucking dream. He can make whatever he wants to, right? And people are good at doing that. Some people are really talented at that, but that's a form of manifestation too. If you think about it, it has to be in the 5D before it becomes a reality in the 3D, 4D. So I was looking at reality like that I'm in right now. I've been going up against some energies and stuff like that, and it's given me literally. I love saying literally. It has given me that whole idea of giving a person a run for their money. So in order for me to get whatever it is that I'm supposed to already be getting that I deserve, I either stay in one place or I run. And then another idea that came popping in my head of the whole idea of the rat race and all that stuff, and like everything's turned into a fucking game. I'm gonna open this can of paint here. It's it's been taking me a little bit. Anyway, so I think I'm gonna paint the bedroom in the back there. They do. They literally give you a run for your money. And now I understand why it's so difficult. It is so difficult for people to get through a certain process. And it's about the confidence. That's the whole idea with this whole brainwashing and everything like that. If they get you with your confidence, if they can knock that out from underneath you or do whatever they can to keep beating you down until you have no confidence in yourself, that is literally a key. Singing is a key. I even realized doing research on some animals and stuff, when you bark or whatever, that tone, if you were a kid, you ever tried barking really fucking loud? If you do it several times, it's itself is a key, and it's supposed to expel any negative energies around you or whatever, or something like that. Bark is worse than your bite. It's a frequency. And it's really difficult sometimes to get past that barrier of confidence, because there's a couple times where I've had no problem doing something and being confident about it and just performing or doing whatever I need to do. It's funny how they say that too, right? The whole idea of performing, acting, and anything like it's like a play right in front of you, or a show or a game. Anyways, So, and then there's other times where energetically I'm weighed down by a specific energy, entity, whatever you want to call it. I'm weighed down and I go to do it, and it's just like it's got, it tries to get a hold of you. It tries to get a hold of your solar plexus energy, which is like that inner light, that inner fight. And it tries to get a hold of whatever. And all of it comes down to confidence, because when you exude confidence, when you carry it, it doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what you sound like. It doesn't matter how you dress. It doesn't matter how you smell. It doesn't matter. If you exude confidence, it radiates a specific vibrational frequency and light, even, because we are bioluminescent. I think I've said that before. But it radiates outward from you, and it can't be questioned. I'm not saying people have to bow down in front of you, but let's say a person that's not so well off or whatever, or not wearing nice clothes, walks into a fancy restaurant, and if they're timid or shy or whatever, they will be overpowered and they will be kicked the F out. But like if somebody, even if they had money, right? You never know. And then if a person goes in, the same person, but they exude confidence and they demand respect because it's a public place and they're supposed to be serving, and he has or she has the money for it. If they exude that confidence, they can't be denied, because it's their right. I mean, they're carrying that energy. That energy comes from somewhere, and most of it comes from very powerful characters that have lived and has lived in the past, that gets passed down to us. We can embody many different energies. One day you could be a diva, and the next day you could be a freaking warrior that's ready to like kick ass and take names. Your ancestors can come through you. You may not even realize that you're, I don't want to say a vessel, or you could say a host, or would conduit be appropriate word? Anyways, you become not a thing to be used, because it's respect of energies, as long as you're not allowing something just to take the full wheel and steer like 100% of the time. When you embody certain energies, especially with your ancestors, you get in touch with your ancestors and realize what bloodline you come from. You communicate with them, and you could feel that. That's why you have a lot of people that don't understand this or weren't taught this, walking around wearing tiaras, or wearing a cape, or wearing very fancy clothing, or carrying a certain cane, or wearing a hat, or just specific characters that they embody. And you see them walking. Some of them, I even seen this one boy that walks across. I haven't seen him that often, but there was a point he was embodying, literally he wore a whole, what do you call them, trench coat with a hat, and he would carry like a cane, like a wooden stick, like he was on a freaking journey, man. And that kid would walk by, and other people probably stare at him and be like, what the fuck is that kid on? But I look at him, I'm like, that man is going on a journey. Like he's embodying that energy right now, and I understand that. I understand what he's doing right now. He's not doing it because he's trying to be cool. He's not doing it because he's fucking weird or something like that. No, he's embodying an energy, and he's dressing for the part. Here in the 3D, 4D, whatever you want to call it, he's literally dressing for the part. And there's lots of people that end up doing this. Like right now, I don't know, I've got on pinstripe pants, brown shoes, just like this, right? Normally I have my hair the way I like it, but right now it's literally in a messy bun, and then I put a headband on, and then I'm wearing this, which is long, almost like a trench coat, and it's like an army style, right? So I've got a bit of everything. Earlier today, I friggin' had a breakdown. I was upset. I was very upset. I was overwhelmed emotionally. I felt like I was being hit from every angle. I felt like I was outnumbered. I felt like I was being given no choice but to give up. I felt I was questioning things, not saying that I would have put my life at risk. I understand that's not an answer, and really isn't the way out anyways. If you're ever experiencing that much depression and that much energetic push down from either yourself, or if you have no reason to be depressed, somebody else is sending you that and you're just hit with a wall of it. Do your best to try to talk to somebody if you have people that are close to you, and explain more. Not just, I'm depressed. And then somebody asks why and be like, oh, whatever. Actually explain to them how it feels, what exactly you're feeling and why. And maybe they can get to the root of it with you, or maybe they can find some way out of that. So it's to lift you up. If you're very lucky to have a support system, they will lift you up. If you have good people, healing people around you, they will lift you up. They will help guide you. They will help encourage you, and vice versa. And everybody's there for each other like a community should be. And if you don't, then those individuals are probably not going to be able to help you, because they themselves have not figured too much out of how to do that for themselves. So it's not necessarily a stab at you or anything like that, or that they whatever, but maybe they're not able to do that either. So yes, I had an emotional spurt there, and I needed to release some things. What it was energetically, I don't know. I feel like most of it was not mine, because I've gone through so much already, and there was literally no reason for myself to be that in despair, because I have everything I need. I'm very well comfortable, settled, and stuff like that. I am very grateful for what I have. So whatever the wall that hit me, I had to transmute it somehow, and I ended up crying like a little baby. And that's okay, because you need to be able to release those toxins and whatever out of you. Almost like when you exercise, you're getting that out of you. Stretching, I was so on top of it, and exercising, I was top of it. And then all of a sudden I got hit with this wall of like lack mentality. I got hit with this wall of procrastination and laziness. Like I didn't want to do it. And I just, for a while there, just stopped doing shit. And I'm like, this isn't me. I was fucking enjoying it. I was on a high. I was enjoying. So I know that wasn't my energy, but I was picking it up, and I was unable to separate myself from that energy for a little bit there. And I had to do a lot of transmuting to get it out of my system. Kind of like if you were to drink alcohol, like a spirit, and then it stays in your system for a while, and you piss, poop, or shower, or coffee it out of you and sleep it off until it's out of your system. It has to go work its way through your system. So I'm seeing this as an energy comes to you. If it's going through you, because we flow through, if you have the tendency to hold on to certain things and are not fully understanding or comprehending it, or even knowing where the fuck it's coming from, that's what gets me. Because when I know where it's coming from, I'm able to get every bit of detail I need to understand it, and then separate myself from it through understanding, which is the transmutation of it. But if I don't understand where it's coming from, or who's sending it, or whatever, drop it. See, no. Then if I'm not able to figure out, it makes it a little bit more difficult to, but I always end up working my way through it, because I've learned to do that instead of being too stuck in it. Because I always tell myself, if you can do this, it's not going to be permanent, whatever negative feeling, energy, or entity you're experiencing. It's not permanent, because it doesn't have to be. It's not rightfully there. It's out of place. So you can transmute, understand, and send it off to wherever it came from. You don't have to play with the negative energies. You do not have to participate. If you don't want to play, you can tell them, come back another time, maybe. Whatever I'm feeling right now, this is not me. I don't want to do this right now, because this is not me. There's no reason for it. Wherever you came from, I would like you to go back, and you can seek from them whatever it is that you're trying to get from me, because you're not getting it from me. I'm not, no. And I understand this fully. And even though I struggle through certain things, let's say it takes like a day or something to get through it, I'm like, just keep reminding yourself, whatever this is, just go. You may not feel the happiest right now, and you may feel weighed down and stuff. Just feel it, but continue to do whatever it is that you're doing, knowing full well that it's not going to last. It will lift up off you once you understand it, once you understand where it's coming from, once you understand whether it's yours or somebody else's. Because if it's yours, then it'll be from a past trauma that's causing your trigger or whatever you're going through. And maybe you're more susceptible to other ones being sent to you, other energies. But if it's somebody else's and they're just like focused on you and they're hating on you, you could feel full well that it's not your energy. You're like, why am I feeling like this so much? This is like some heavy. I once walked into, I was like near, I think it was a kiosk or whatever. The guy was selling crystals and stuff. And the moment I approached the table, whether or not he was talking to me, I felt this wall. It was heavy. And he may or may not have been talking to me. I think he was talking to somebody else, but he's like, heavy, isn't it? And that those very words stood out to me. And I was like, thinking to myself, yeah, that's some thick ass shit. That is feeling it. I acknowledge this is not mine. I do not want to hold on to this, but whatever it was, I felt it. And I know he was talking to another person, probably about maybe they're looking at different crystals or rocks, and he was saying that's heavy. But the moment I walked up, that was the message I got from that. That's how I understood that. And I was like, okay, I didn't stick around that area too long, but it's stuff like that. Again, with your vibrational frequency, high or low, if you're in a vibrational frequency that's high, your messages, signs, and synchronicities, if you're tuning in to whatever it is around you, if you want to get readings or messages, you making your understanding of what's in front of you, making it make sense, right, will be more pleasant. And even the negative ones coming in, the messages, you'll be like, oh, I know that's just, no. I know that's a negative message. No. Like right now, I look over, the word I see, love, safe. On the bottom, if you're a low vibration of frequency, you're going to be more susceptible to the lower stuff. And if it's coming at you and you have a lot of things unresolved internally and you have a lot of things that you haven't taken a look at yet, you're going to get a lot of negative messages. Now, if you're not fully aware how to read messages, these are going to be subliminal. Okay? They're going to be what your subconscious or your conscious is seeing but can't speak to you about or can't make sense of. So it's going to be hitting you from whatever. You'll be looking and you don't even realize what you're taking inwards could be really negative. So when you're at a lower vibing state, your messages may be a lot lower. And even then you could see some higher vibrational stuff. And maybe if you do, look for those higher vibing messages, okay? Look for those ones. If you're feeling really fucking low, look for it. Look around, scan the room. You look up, believe, okay? Hold on to that. Be like, yeah, fuck yeah, I believe. I know I'm feeling it hard right now. This is some thick energy. I gotta go through it. I gotta understand it, and I will be okay. But you look around, other ones, you know? And try that. If this is overwhelming to you, if you are not understanding fully what I'm speaking right now, then you're still on your pathway, you're on your process to getting there. Do not rush ever. There is no fucking reason to rush. I've seen in my past, even the things that I did, I would rush, worrying I was going to be late, like a bunny. I'm late for a very important date. You know that whole idea? Give yourself more than enough time for things. But the whole idea that we're rushing, where are you rushing to? What is the finish line? What is the end zone or the end game or whatever you want to call it? What are you rushing to? If you're going to be late, fuck it. So what? Somebody yells at you? Yes, I'm late. Or if you feel like you're going to miss out on something, so what? Fucking miss out on it. It's okay. There'll be another opportunity, or if not, well, then that's my own fault for not putting time there. So what? Doesn't matter. If you feel like you have a deadline and you're being pressed, all these big corporations and companies pressing people, do it like a whipping, like, you know, your workhorses or something like that. If they're pressing you, be like, listen, I'm going at my pace. I'm doing the best I can. I'm not going to fucking rush. I'm going to go the fast I can, but I'm not going to wear myself out. If you don't like that, okay, fire me then. Or if you don't like that, okay, whatever. Do whatever you need to do to take it out on me. I'm not going to rush. There is no need to rush. If you are capable at going at a certain faster speed, then do so. But if not, then don't worry about it. There's no reason to worry about it. Anyways, stay hydrated too. Coconut water. You can make your own, like the farmer's hydrating juice thing, which is ginger, boiled ginger, honey, a little bit of salt. What else is in there? Just look it up. Farmer's hydration drink. I think lemon juice, apple cider vinegar, maybe a little bit of sugar. Just stick with the honey, or cane sugar, brown sugar maybe. I don't know. Depends what you're good for your body. And you can make your own juice, your own cold tea, or whatever. Yeah, that's a long video.